taking on another SEC rival, the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Broncos will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Broncos offense takes the field to start this game off. And here he comes, and you may think that you can take a wide receiver out of the game plan, but Jesse, with this guy, he sort of believes, I'm him. I'm the dude.
Yeah, and he gives defensive coordinators nightmares, too. I swear, when you watch this guy's highlight tape, man, he scares you to death with his speed. He can take the top off the defense. He can change the game, David, on any given play.
And so how many different ways can I continue to give him touches? You know, they're going to split him out wide. I'd hand him the football. I'd throw it to him quick. I'd throw it to him deep. This is a playmaker that will be featured.
This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. From the gun, give on the inside. Hey, get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
On the option. Now the pitch. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference. Be great in your conference. Get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before...
Fires into traffic. Intercepted. Still on his feet at the 45. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this.
Well, statistically, this is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball. Making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
From the gun, the ground game. Bulls his way forward. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll run play action. Fires to the wideout. And the ball is intercepted. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17. Offense set on first down. Wide out in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. And now on first down after converting with the run. To the ground with the back. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode.
The expressway is wide open. He's at the 10, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Boise State!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Ready to try the point after. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he capped it off with a 65-yard touchdown run. Just about set to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive, David.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Fight that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
Now the play fake. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
Unloads to the wideout. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The give to the back. Discards him with the stiff arm. Give him 88 yards rushing, and this guy's just having a tremendous season, leading the country in rushing. It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Rams him with the stiff arm. And a big play there on the option. The pitch was executed perfectly.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Broncos.
That was a great example of a running back toting the rock with conviction. There's not a lot of time to hesitate. If you see a split second, you see a hole, you've got to hit it right now. Nice job by the RB there.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
He's looking to throw. They're setting up the screen. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
And I like the aggressive. short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Makes a nice grab at the 25. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
On first down, here comes this offense. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting them to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give up the first down. We react to the short stuff, and obviously that's a quick, easy pass from the offense. Rally up, make the play, live to fight another down.
And the incomplete. Turns it over in their own end. The offense set for a first down play. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab on the left. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. The Chanticleers look to do some damage in the red zone. This time they'll go to the running game. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Holding. Offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. First down here for the offense. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Pressure coming. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And everybody knows when you're running that play action, that fake has to be great. Everybody has to bite it for it really to work. Defense didn't bite it, didn't bite the bait, went after the quarterback, got him on the ground.
So now on second and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. Give to the back. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Got his man downfield. And he can't hold on to the ball at the end of this big gain. How about that alert play from the defense to corral that fumble?
Defensive coordinators always preach ball and trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the ball from the ball carrier, and boy, they did it right there.
Boise State ready to send out that offense. Running back searching for a hole. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
That's the end of the quarter, and Boise State has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Right back to him on the ground. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. He now has 111 yards rushing. He continues to impress as he leads the nation in rushing. They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. To the ground to try to move the chains. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down.
And the defense is going to have more plays like this. He has had a ball game so far, running wild all day long. Defense finally comes up with a stop, maybe get a little momentum here.
Over 100 yards already in this game, so if I'm on defense here, I'm adding more guys to the box, anticipating that they're going to continue to give this guy touches today.
A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. Will not get there. A fourth down stop. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. Line gets set, first down. Leaves it with the back. Some belief in that running game as they pick up 5 to the 35-yard line. And the Chanticleers racing to the line in the hurry-up. Power football with the run. Oh, he gave him the dead leg. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. And here on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. He's looking to throw it. Grabbed in the middle, it's Higgins. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. The Chanticleers are threatening in the red zone. He wants to throw here on second down. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. The holder will spot it about 35 yards out. It is perfect. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
And it's runs like that, man, where he just shows you a little bit of everything that is the reason why he's in the Heisman race. Like, this dude leads the nation in rushing for a reason. They hand him the football a lot. They trust him, and he continues to deliver and make big play after big play. This dude is an absolute superstar.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
All right, defense, it ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
They are dialed in on this drive, a couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. From the gun, the running back has it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Maybe that stop is a good sign for this defense. Maybe the defense is starting to figure it out. Obviously, offense has been running the football with so much success. Something has to change. That was a good start.
Got it.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
Pound 55 weak.
On the option. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And obviously, if you're going to be in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy, you got to be putting out big stat games week in, week out. He's been doing it all season long and obviously had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again here today in a game where a lot of Heisman Trophy voters, they're watching this one.
Here comes the option. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
And the tackle is made, but there has been a flag thrown.
Holding. Offense.
They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. Here on 3rd down for this offense. He's looking downfield to throw. He fires it out to the right. And that one is picked off in the end zone. He'll try to take it back. And the senior just took that one out of the air.
On the set.
Away. First down here for the offense. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. They get him down after he makes the catch.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
On the ready.
Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again.
Let's go. Go.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
Trying to find his man on first down. He finds his man. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
He's looking for an open man on second down. And it's picked off for the third time today. Going the other way, and he's got room. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a... The interception. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. Mistakes are going to happen as they did on that last drive. Now how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Lets it go to the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Broncos! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
This offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
He's going to pass. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And screens are all about timing, right? You want to invite the defensive line to fly up the field, and then you want to throw it right over their head. And you can tell just a little bit off, and the defense got in there so quick, got the quarterback hit before he could really get his bearings and throw the screen.
Can anyone catch him? Touchdown, Coastal Carolina! And once he got loose, it was all over.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, a couple of ranked teams having at it this week, and take a look at what's going down. Texas A&M is putting on a show offensively. Feels like they've been gigging them since the first whistle. They're up 14 over Eastern Michigan. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The option look. The pitch.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line. Offense calls a timeout here, critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Quarterback will audible. Looking to throw. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. Off he goes. He's at the 10. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Boise State.
Yeah, and coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they put points up in electrifying fashion with an 82-yard toss for 6. He'll bring it out. It's Stout. And he loses the ball deep in his own end.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them. So a nice job being able to pounce back on that, and the head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
A little over half a minute to play before halftime as they take over 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Higgins. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Throws to the wideout. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Bringing it back. Running inside the 20. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Broncos. Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They'll try the run. At the 35, he's got room. Oh, look out, there he goes. At the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown.
A nice job by this offense, putting the scoring drive together. And now listen, it's not even halftime yet, so keep fighting. Going to halftime, regroup. We found a little something on this drive. See if we can cut into this lead and continue to make this game closer and closer.
And the extra point was good. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They'll throw it on first down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, tough to beat the pageantry and tradition there in Conway. And it'd be easy to say these two offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far. And you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Brooks Stadium.
The Broncos will kick it off to start the second half. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like, this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Late hit on the quarterback gives this offense a free first down and some yardage. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. The give to the back. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
Well, on offense, you've got to love the way your offensive line is playing in this game. They're getting tremendous movement up front. They're climbing in the second level and really giving these backs and ball carriers a lot of room to run all game long.
Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the inside give. Nose is ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1. And the Chanticleers come to the line in the hurry-up. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. They've got the screen set up. Runs through the tackle. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit them for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Chanticleer. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Not a chance he lets that one go. He's bringing it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Boise State ready to send out that offense. I know they've put up really good numbers on offense, but David, they're starting to feel a little game pressure right now.
Exactly. That scoreboard's starting to get a little bit tighter, cutting into that lead. Now, you know every possession matters, Palmer. A little pressure for this offense.
Yeah, and so you can't get tight, right? The best players on this offense now need to
Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it. He's off to the races. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Broncos! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Well, this offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march it down the field, and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Florida State is currently ahead in this one, but unlike the days when Bobby Bowden walked the sidelines, this has not been a blowout today in Tallahassee. They're up by a field goal over North Carolina. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on that.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
42, Spider. Go!
From the shotgun, the inside give. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
And sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you could tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
Okay,
Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Here's the handoff. They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. The give to the left side. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
Well, this defense obviously knows they have to be able to stop the run now in the second half if they're going to win this game. And you wonder if they were able to make some tweaks and some adjustments at halftime, maybe getting some more bodies close to the line of scrimmage to give themselves a chance to come back in this game.
And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
And that play there is essentially a microcosm of why this guy's the leading rusher in the nation and why he's in contention for the Heisman Trophy. This guy's got speed, open field running ability. He can
just steamrolling his way through. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And oftentimes running backs love draw plays because there's less traffic in front of them. The offensive line is selling pass, the quarterback's selling pass. They don't get the handoff until the very last possible second, so the D-line's rushed way upfield, and now it's so much easier for these backs to find their holes and pick their lanes.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
And despite going 0 for 2 on 4th down so far, they will stay aggressive and go for it here. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run. You saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give.
And he's thrown another interception. Touchdown, Boise State. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. What a play by this defense with a pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. Man, he uses that stiff arm like a discard, and they get it to the 18-yard line.
Coming into this one, I thought this guy was going to be a monster. He was going to put up huge numbers. We know this is a big part of the offense week in, week out. The defense has done a great job clamping down on him. That is only his 2nd catch so far in this game.
Now they'll run the draw. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down.
And you can see why it's so tricky for a defense to have to stop these draw plays. Everything the offense is doing is telling you pass. The quarterback, the offensive line, the running backs delaying. You've taken your deep drop in coverage, and now you've got to rally and find the football and do it trying to avoid these big 300-pound bodies running at you full speed. Not an enviable task.
6-yard pickup on 1st down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4.
Get set, get set.
Pulls it and fires to the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Fires complete on the crosser. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. How about that alert play from the defense to scoop it up?
You've got to have better ball security on offense. The football possession, that is priceless. Losing possession, turning the ball over, that kills you in games, that loses games, and that is a bad, bad play at a bad time.
The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
Now on the option. He'll toss it. Trucks through the defender. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the 1st down on the play.
And obviously this guy's been hyped up, and we've talked about him in the Heisman race. What do you have to do? You got to finish strong. The voters are watching what you do at the end of the season. Awesome opportunity. Put together a 100-yard game last week. Put some stats up. Get a bunch of touchdowns. You know, really finish strong so you can get in that Heisman race and maybe go win that big trophy.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Now the toss. Fighting off the defender. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
Bunch formation trying to confuse the secondary. He's looking to throw. Gets it out fast.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Off the play fake. Quarterback now breaking the field. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely. That's the end of the quarter, and Boise State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. And the Broncos have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. Takes the easy one to the back. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
You know, and that's why this guy can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going.
Touchdown, Broncos! And the route is on. This team just knows how to finish. They keep getting better and better and better, and they are close to going 9-0.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Ball State is down, but they are not out of it. Not inside Schumann Stadium, one of the more fun places to watch a game in all of college football. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to Rutgers. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point that would just quit. So, David, we're going to find out a lot about this team right here.
Yeah, just running out of opportunities. You give opportunities away like this, you're trailing. Every possession is going to be important from here on in.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
On second down, looking to throw. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
Wants to throw on third down. And they almost had another one. Rare is the occasion when you're happy to see fourth down, but it's better than throwing another pick. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. They'll try to pick up the first. The Chanticleers have enough for the first down.
And those 4th and 3, 4th and 4 situations are really tough. Is it a passing situation? Is it a running situation? I really got to see my keys, go get it. Defense was just a step slow. They give up the 4th down run.
And the Chanticleers with the 1st and 10. He wants to throw. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down. After the misfire, it's second down. He's looking to throw. He looks that one in nicely. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
Love the location of the throw on that slant pass. Put it out in front of the receiver, put it on his face mask so he can catch it and try to advance.
They'll throw it on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. 4 receivers set, 2 on each side on 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Wide open downfield. Hits the accelerator to the right. Touchdown, Coastal. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Boise State ready to send out that offense. Give to the running back. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
They'll give it to the back. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding. Offense.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here.
Okay, ready?
They'll line up for a second down play. The give to the tailback. Open space at the 25. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
I think the OC would have been really happy with a small gain and an easier third down. But how about the effort by the running back to get this close? He saw the first down marker, tried to get to it, got close enough now where it's an easy situation on third down. And shoot, and I got fourth down in my pocket if I want to go for it.
You got to think they'll try to muscle their way forward on third and short from the 29. Goes to the option. He'll pitch it. Still on his feet at the 40. Running toward the tape. At the 20. Touchdown Broncos! And the beatdown has ensued. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they certainly finished it in style with a 71-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team out there getting set. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line.
Get set, get set.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
And they are looking for a ball play that'll work. Now facing second and long from the 19. He's looking to throw. He makes a catch.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
They're trying to get to it. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
Got it.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Slings it downfield. Soft spot in the middle. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick, He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads. Right now, he is locked into what this defense is trying to do.
The Chanticleers are rolling down the field. Looking to go up top on first down. He's got it. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it, make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
The aerial assault continues. Got a man. And they knock him down, but he got past the line of the game.
Man, a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
And the Chanticleers will snap it on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Gets it out quickly. Finds a crease at the 20. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot.
And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives. The coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
And the extra point splits the uprights. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Florida State has the lead at this time, but there haven't been quite as many tomahawk chops today as we expected. This is close. They're up by a field goal over North Carolina. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. A first down for the offense. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game, offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Offense getting set for first down. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. Puts him in the spin cycle. And he's still running after the move. And he breaks into the open. The 20. Touchdown, Boise State. And the stomping has commenced. That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Stout. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. First down for this offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy, and because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football, and that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the fourth quarter.
After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. It's complete on the right side. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, he drops to throw. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
The Chanticleers send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. Boise State has it back ready to go to work on offense. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
Delay of game, offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They want to throw it. Feeling some heat. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. And even in the fourth quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive. Pedal to the metal.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. Trying play action. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. And he makes a completion there. Set up and in business at the 20. The Broncos come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. He's got it down the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They move the tight end all over. They're going to throw it again. Finds his big tight end. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far. And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game. And the defense gets the big third down stop, creates some momentum. Hey, I don't know if they're going to go for it on fourth down, but the defense is continuing to fight, continuing to hustle, continue to fly around. These are positive signs from a group that you know needs to continue to grow.
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated.
This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it.